Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create the SULANI family home, but this is actually going to be in collaboration with Chrissie's Corner. So if you don't know who Chrissie is, she makes some amazing content on her channel, mainly Sims 4 speed builds, so make sure you go ahead and check out her other creations. And she's also doing part 2 of this collab, and she's going to be doing the interior. So in today's video we're going to be doing the exterior of this home. So I built this on a 40 by 30 lot in SULANI, of course. This is in the residential neighbourhood, so Lani Sintaz, I think it is. That's where I built it. If you've seen the collab I did with Yorkie the other day, it's actually the same lot as that was placed on, so that's what we're doing here. And I'm actually really happy how this turned out. It was kind of nice for a change, just to be able to focus on, you know, the exterior and not have to think about the interior as well. So I'm not too sure what Chrissie's going to do with the interior. I'm really excited to see, because when I do collabs, I normally do the interior just because I kind of prefer to do that. But it was a nice change actually doing the exterior for, you know, well, just a bit of a change. So I'm really excited to see what she does. Kind of just having somebody else like finish your build, I feel like is, you know, interesting idea. And I think it's interesting to see how other people would work around like an exterior you did, because you know, you have your own way of doing things. So I think it'll be interesting to see how somebody works around something that I've already done. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. So I'm not really too sure how many bedrooms and bathrooms she's going to be putting in this place, and what kind of other things she's going to be putting in the house. So I kind of just left it, you know, really open so she can do whatever she wants with it. So to find out what she does, then I will leave a link down below to part 2. Like I said, she'll be doing the interior on her channel, and that'll be down below in the description. And I'll also go ahead and, well, this is actually up in the gallery as well, if you want to go ahead and download the unfinished version. Origin ID is Real Thomas TV1, and I'll also go ahead and put a link in the description to the online gallery if you want to go ahead and download the build that way. So I was actually just having a glitch there without fence. I was trying to use the eyedropper tool to copy the fence from the back to the front porch, but for some reason it wouldn't let me do it, so I had to actually restart my game. As I just did there. And also as well, I was actually trying to place some windows as well above that front porch, but the wall, like it was as if it wasn't there, it wouldn't let me place it on there, so I also had to restart my game for that. Those 3 little seasoned windows there, as you can see above the front door, those just wouldn't place down for some reason. So after I'd kind of, you know, restart my game, it was all fine, but I don't know if anybody else is having those problems. I know there's been a lot of issues with the game since we got the patch before Island Living came out, so I'm wondering kind of what else is kind of bothering people. I don't really have any noticeable bugs. Nothing's really been that noticeable. The only thing I can think of is just with the foundation, with the new stilts. Sometimes they'll disappear, you have to replace them down again. That's the only thing I've noticed. I actually still haven't played any gameplay yet, so because I've just been building the whole time, so I'm not really too sure in terms of gameplay bugs, but in terms of build mode, that's all I've really seen. So I know as well that the off the grid trait, in terms of gameplay, I know that's a bit of just a disappointment really. I've heard a lot of people talk about how bad that is. I did do an off the grid village build on the first day when the embargo lifted, so I did do that, but I had a lot of trouble with the lighting, even with candles not even working, so I'm not really too sure. I feel like that just needs a whole overhaul really, the whole system of how off the grid works. I'm hoping that that gets updated, because I feel like it's a really nice idea, but it's just a bit of a disappointment how, you know, just underwhelming it is. It just doesn't really work that well, so I'm hoping to kind of update that a little bit more. And that'd be nice. So we're just working on the backyard area here. I did put, you know, a lot of things actually on the exterior. It's all very kind of just, well, full and just really packed outside of the build really. Lots of stuff going on in like every aspect of the exterior. So in the front here, since there was a lot of space, and I could have just filled this whole space up with flowers, but I thought that might be a little bit too much. So I did go ahead and kind of break it off and put a little seating area here with a few lounge chairs and one of those little umbrella things from Seasons. Also went ahead and put 2 fountains down in the front, so I put one on this side where the lounges are, and also on the other side as well. So do that, and then the big pool in the backyard area along with the hot tub, and I also put one of those little covered things from Island Living. I can't really think what they're called at the minute, but you'll see me put that down shortly, and I go ahead and put a few chairs into there. It's also a diving board. Well, yeah, diving, what's the right word I'm trying to find here? It's not really a diving board, it's kind of like a diving stair thing from Get Together, I think it is. I put one of those in, and I think I said a barbecue, a few other things as well. Oh, I also put some laundry outside as well, like the laundry washing line and the wash bucket. I don't know if Chrissie's going to go ahead and put a laundry room in the house, but there's also an outdoor area there as well. I thought it'd be nice since it's a very hot climate that your clothes will dry quickly, so I went ahead and put that there. And I really love the landscaping in today's build. I think for a change, I only went, well, a few exceptions, but mostly I just went with the island living plants, not the base game ones. And I really love how they look. It's all very luscious and colourful. And a lot of the plants are actually pretty big, I've noticed. So I did have to size a few of those down. But because they're so big, I felt like it really kind of just filled up the space nicely. And that's like what I was saying before about the backyard area just being packed with stuff, and I think the landscaping kind of added to that because of just how much space it takes up. So those are the two little fountains I was talking about. Nothing too special, just as a little bit of just something to kind of break it up from all the flowers there, so I did that. I do that quite a lot in my builds actually, just a nice little touch. I really hope I get like a pond tool though. I'm pretty sure I heard one of the gurus talk about that, to get that in the future. I'd really love that actually. Just as a little bit of a kind of different thing to put in other than these little fountains all the time. And there's actually 3 porches in this build. We've got this one on the side, we've got one in the back, and also one in the front. And actually there's, I guess you could say 4, because you might have seen that little kind of extension to the house on the right hand side, just like that single room, and there's like a corridor going through to it. It's actually an enclosed room, so I don't know if you would actually class it as a porch, but it kind of is because it has those big open windows from Island Living, so I suppose there's actually 4. And I'm not really sure what what Chrissie's going to do with that extra room. I'm really interested to see. I don't know if it's going to be like a guest room, another living room, maybe it's going to be the kitchen dining room. I'm really excited to see what she does with that. And yeah, so again, just a little bit more landscaping. This entire exterior from start to finish took me 40 minutes to do, which I think is, a little bit on the longer side actually. Well, I suppose it's a decent length of time. It's a little bit longer since I kind of had, just more time just to focus on the exterior, so put a lot more detail into things like that. And also as well, I did show you a lot more on the speedbuild footage here. Since it was only 40 minutes, it was going to make for a short video, so I included all the footage so you can see how I did everything. I didn't do a floor plan, just kind of leave it, more open for Chrissy to do whatever she wants. I did actually end up putting one room inside, just where the staircase is. Because of those big open windows on the front porch, I went ahead and just kind of closed that off. I don't know if Chris is going to go ahead and take that out or not, that's up to her, but I didn't really mess with the floor plan. So you can kind of see that gazebo thing I was talking about there, that yellow thing that I was trying to think of the name of before. I'm just going to call it a gazebo, I guess that's a good name for it. And also the hot tub there, which is kind of surrounded by plants to kind of make it stand out a little bit. I also went ahead and put the new swing set there from the pack as well. I did actually start by putting the Seasons one down in, but actually, remember that we do get a new one with this pack, so I went ahead and put that there, along with the laundry items here, just trying to fit that all in there. There's also an outdoor table too, for like an outdoor dining table, as well as a few lounge chairs around the pool as well, so there's absolutely loads of stuff to do here. You could probably even fit a few more things in if you wanted to by making the pool a bit smaller, because it is actually a pretty big pool, so you could easily kind of, just take the size down of the pool a little bit, I suppose, and add a few more things in, but I think there's plenty to do here. And remember, Chrissy's got to do the interior as well, so there's going to be lots of stuff to do on the interior as well. So we're just going around now doing a few final touches. We've got the main things in. I'm just going around kind of putting some more landscaping around where I felt like with some blank areas and just kind of filling in those with a few flower beds. I'll also go ahead and put a few planter boxes in from Get Famous. I really love those ones. As well as just putting a few details in the pool here. And I also went ahead and put a bit of ivy from Jungle Adventure in. I know it's kind of a problem at this point. I kind of put that Jungle Adventure ivy in all my builds, but I just think it looks really nice, and it kind of just added to this tropical theme. I think it just really adds nicely to the landscaping. And I mentioned this as well in one of my previous videos, but actually the 3 colour swatches of the Jungle Adventure ivy that we've got, the one I placed down in this build, it actually matches the 3 colour swatches of the new plant that we've got in this pack as well. It's one of those kind of low lying ones. There's kind of one that's classed as a plant, and there's also a same one with flowers in it underneath the flower section, and that has 3 colour swatches, the same as the Jungle Adventure one, so I thought I'd go ahead and include that since it kind of matches. I didn't do too much though, since there are kind of a lot of windows on this build, so I didn't want to kind of cover it up too much with the ivy. And there's also this kind of bigger porch here which has some more seating areas on. So just go ahead and put a coffee table there, a few chairs, nothing too special about it, and that is pretty much it. So I do have the screenshots coming up in a second. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build. And remember, Chrissy will be doing the interior, so it's not over yet, so make sure you go ahead and check out part 2 on her channel. I'll leave a link down below to that once again, like I said, and you can go ahead and download the exterior from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1. I'm going to go ahead and leave you here with the screenshots in just a second, and I also went ahead and put a few kind of bird's eye view pictures pictures in, which I have been remembering to do recently, so that's, it's easier for you that way, so I went ahead and included those. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!